Hey guys, what's up? Andrew here, and as Elder Scrolls Month continues on this channel, today we are going to talk about what could the Elder Scrolls 6 possibly be about. Enjoy! Now real quick, this is going to be all speculation, so don't get all crazy just because something disagrees with what you think or might not be entirely lore friendly. I make a video about my opinion, so just sit back and relax. Alright, so it's no secret that the Elder Scrolls are a very popular franchise, and Skyrim, which is the most recent installation in the series, has done extremely well with both the hardcore and the casual audience. So I think it's pretty safe to assume that Bethesda might have, some hopes for an Elder Scrolls 6. Please. So I personally think that what would be cooler than having the Elder Scrolls 6 Dominion, which takes place in the Somerset Isles or Alinor. Now, the only thing is, people will say, well, Skyrim took place 200 years after Oblivion. Right, but if you look back, Oblivion only took place 6 years after Morrowind. Therefore, it's still feasible to have two Elder Scrolls games in somewhat the same time period. But what, you may ask, could the Elder Scrolls 6 even be about? Well, let's take a look at Skyrim. Now, Skyrim takes place 30 years after what's called the Great War, where basically the Aldmeri Dominion and the Empire completely duked it out and for the most part came to a standstill. So you'd think everything is okay. But it's not, because you will hear NPCs, particularly the Thalmor, the High Elves that are ruling, the Aldmeri Dominion. They will talk about how they don't mean to lose the next war. In fact, Delphine herself, who helps you in the main quest, says the Thalmor are planning for another war and they're probably gonna win. So really, that would be an amazing plot for the sixth game. Not to mention, at the end of the Civil War quest lines, you have people like Ulfric Stormcloak, Galmar Stonefist, General Tullius, for instance, and obviously many more, somewhat alluding to a for future conflict with the Aldmeri Dominion. So I just think that'd be an incredibly cool plot line. But wait, hold up. Why should we even trust foreshadowing? Because when has that ever worked? Well, listen up closely because I am about to tell you. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. If you just walk around in maybe the Imperial City or any city at that, sometimes NPCs will walk by each other and start a random conversation. Now, they'll ask about, this or that, and sometimes they ask about really important things. For instance, they'll say, have you heard any news of the other provinces? And the other person will respond, it seems Altmeri wizards have been boycotting imperial goods. And they say that could be dangerous. The Altmer, which are high elves, have very powerful wizards. So that's just a little allusion, because in the next game, what happens? Those Altmer wizards, aka the Thalmor, aka the Dominion, are the big antagonists of the game. And now you guys are probably saying, well, wait a minute, Andrew. The dragons were the main antagonists of Skyrim. The Civil War took the spotlight in Skyrim. The Thalmor just took the back seat. Well, you know what? You're absolutely right. But now ask yourself, why would Bethesda create such a rich-looking faction with a huge history, and why would they have all kinds of NPCs from different factions and backgrounds speak about them in some foreshadowing, dark, foreboding manner, like, oh, that we're going to go to war again, or, oh, that we're going to crush you Imperials later? Why would they do that unless they had further plans for them? Now, this also brings, how can we have plans concerning that when the Civil War had two separate endings? Well, I believe that the Elder Scrolls 6, if all goes according to my speculations, will be in a universe where the Stormcloaks won. Now, I'm only saying that because what is more interesting? A completely crumbled empire facing a huge threat, or a half-ass empire facing a huge threat? Now, let's break down why the Stormcloaks would make sense winning. Besides that, the Emperor dies in the Dark Brotherhood questline. Well, that's pretty damn important to the Empire because their leader has fallen. 2. The Red Guards have left. This is Hammerfell, 30 years before Skyrim. They seceded from the Empire as well. So really, the Empire is completely in shambles, which makes it, once again, the coolest comeback story of having some kick-ass emperor like Martin rise up through the ashes of an old empire make alliances with the Red Guards of Hammerfell and the Stormcloaks Nords of Skyrim, that'd be really cool because then you'd have a collective human army fighting under different banners against one common enemy. Because remember, the Stormcloaks didn't want to destroy the Empire, they just wanted to rule themselves. Now, aside all the badassery of wars, alliances, and assassinations, there's still more hidden illusions that could somewhat hint to Elder Scrolls 6 taking place in Somerset Isle. For instance, if you did the College of Winterhold questline in Skyrim, you noticed throughout the questline there's a monk from the Sigic Order, which is an elite set of mages who are high elves that have seceded from, the Aldmeri Dominion, but they're still high elves. And at the end of the questline, they take the all-powerful artifact, the Eye of Magnus, back to their island. So what could they possibly be planning? And how could that possibly factor in to the Elder Scrolls 6? Now, just chew on all this information and let's all collectively say a prayer that Bethesda will watch this video and somehow implement my ideas into the future game. Well, there you have it, folks. The facts are there, you just have to do a little digging. There's a lot of evidence that could somewhat hint to the Elder Scrolls 6 taking place in the Somerset Isles or Alinor. Now, I personally, like I said earlier, think this would be the most badass concept for a sequel to Skyrim ever, and I hope and pray that Todd Howard, please just do your magic. I'm sure whatever you make is going to be an amazing game. Your record precedes you. I mean, I'm clearly a fan of your game, so definitely do your thing. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Now remember, the entirety of February is Elder Scrolls month, so you're going to be seeing content like this, like reviews, countdowns, speculation videos, throughout the entirety of the month. So make sure you share with your friends, and most importantly, guys, have an amazing day. I'm Andrew, and I'll see you guys later.